Mike, and we're looking at the XRP chart once again. Now, suddenly, after my recent Euro change of analysis, which I just posted, I'll link it below, I'm starting to think that what was once probably the hardest chart for me to read in crypto, I think it's now becoming the easiest. And I'll explain why. So, long term, I think that this is probably uh, quite bullish. But in what regard is it bullish though? Especially when you know it's easy to look at the euro and say, well, what happened in 2017 compared to what's happened since. Well, it totally kind of almost disregards the euro pattern completely, apart from when we saw that move up in 2017, which was also coinciding with Bitcoin, but also the euro, also stocks. Now, what's interesting to me is what's going on with the Dow Jones and the euro. And what I think is going to happen here is that we're going to see a short wave E, right? I think it's going to be short, not long, okay, which is a good thing, right? So, look, it's very easy to change this analysis because the main components are already in place. The only thing I need to change is get rid of this green one, which suggests a longer wave three. However, thinking now to what I'm seeing in the euro, I believe that that was wave three. Okay, and what we're seeing now is wave four. Okay, so still the same thing going on, still looking for that A wave. And A wave could be the biggest wave, so the other waves could be smaller. I think I've said that before. And then what I think will happen is once we eventually finish this correction and see that last move for wave five, right? The last wherever it's from, because we don't know yet, right? Because A wave would likely come back to 50% or whatever. And then we need to see a B, a C, a D, right? An E, and then five, right? Whatever that may be, right? It doesn't have to be that long, right? Look how long wave one is. Although it's weak, still it doesn't matter. Um, I think that there is a good potential to suggest, dollar cost averaging or loading up on XRP because I think there's going to be a big move coming. And in terms of the length of that move, I think it's going to be far bigger than this move here, in the one that we saw in the beginning, right? So this move here, so that basically suggests that this is wave one and this will be wave two, and I think wave three will be much longer. So it's really going to put XRP on the map, I believe, in a big way. So after we see that correction unfold, right, what I'm thinking is like, as a minimum, right, because wave three is going to be most likely longer than wave one, right? Let's just take the previous low as like a double bottom scenario, right? Right here, we would be looking at a minimum. Oh, look at that. I've already had that line there from before. $137 XRP at a minimum. And I don't even think it'll be that weak. I think it'll be sharp and it'll go past it, right? I think there's something going on here with cryptos. I think uh, I have a sneaking suspicion people will want to exit this system and have something that is, considered to be free money, as in freedom money, right? Freedom currency, something that's not in the system. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I have a feeling that with how strict everything's becoming with controls and controlling your life basically with the whole pandemic scenario and digital passports potentially being a norm in the future and just tracking everything you do. I don't know. I just think that there will be a need or people will want to not be a part of that. And I think that's just natural, right? Obviously, it's not something that's, you know, pleasant when you think about it. But in general, like it's an efficient way to do business, I believe, and it's seamless, and people find, and you know what, people give things value, right? All the one thing I've learned after analyzing the waves and coming up with RS wave, the methodology, which is better than Elliott wave, by the way, that's my opinion, is that like people want to give things value because they put their money where their mouth is, and they do, and therefore you get what I believe is coming. And yeah, I want to be a part of it. Absolutely. So this will probably signal me to not worry too much about price as such, because I don't think it's going to go too low. Um, Look, obviously there'll be times where you should buy it. Like now is probably around a good time. Uh, Maybe a little bit less towards when it goes up a bit, but then when it comes back down, buy it again, keep buying it, keep buying it, and wait for that rip raw higher. I reckon it's going to happen. And now that I've changed my view on the euro, that's a there's a big like chance that that's going to be what's going to happen, right? Now I'm still looking at the Bitcoin chart. I'm going to look at it again. At the moment, I don't want to fight my logic because of the euro chart. I just want to, this is low hanging fruit right here. This to me looks very plausible. That's why I said what once looked like the hardest chart to figure out actually already has a 1, 2, 3 pattern, a 4 unfolding, and then what's next? Probably just a 4 and a 5. Like that to me is like almost like a no-brainer. Even better pattern to understand than XLM. Although in saying that, I have my ideas on XLM, which I'll get to very shortly on another video. But yeah, look, apart from that, um, this area of interest, this between the two red lines, I think is an area of interest. I reckon this is like a buy zone, if anything. Anywhere in this area is a buy zone. Compared to where it's going, it's a buy zone. Like you think about it, right? Like I say, oh, maybe you shouldn't buy it when it goes. What do you mean? $1 versus over $100 or beyond that. Um, wow, I really gotta just check my perspective on that one. I think it's a buy zone. Okay, let me just leave it at that. Hopefully you found this video interesting and informative. Thank you for watching.